England and shit.
That's sick.
Yeah.
You should do that thing to get like a bigger audience where you're like, like you've got any questions, shoot me a message and then you respond to it.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
But that's when I have a big audience.
Yeah, of course. Because then then they'll be like, Sensei Jeff go around.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, any questions? It's a bit weird when the camera's on there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
First one would be, you talked about the martial arts having physical, mental, and spiritual levels. And I was just wondering, like, because they're different stages, right?
Yeah.
Or are they like integrated?
They are different
throughout?
stages, so you do start with physical first.
Okay, yeah.
Because when you say spiritual, everyone's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Spiritual? Are we like talking about, going out to the lake and closing our eyes?
Yeah.
No, it's just...
So you hook them with the physical, and then
you hook them with the physical,
yeah.
and then we'll build you strong mental,
Yeah.
and then let's just go from there.
Yeah. And then you're too deep in already.
And most people drop out by the time they finish the physical part.
Really?
Yeah.
Right. That's a bit disappointing.
It is a bit disappointing.
So what sort of stuff do you do for the sort of mental? Is it like building? Yeah, it's fine. Is it like mental fortitude stuff, resilience, endurance, that sort of stuff?
Well, the first thing is the hardest thing is
Yeah.
actually getting through the dojo door or doja.
Right.
So actually
you call it doja.
Dojang for Korean and dojo for Japanese.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dojo is like the place of training or place of change or whatever you want to interpret it as.
Yeah.
But that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Is actually just going through the doors. Everyone you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know who the instructor is.
Yeah.
You don't know what to wear.
Yeah.
You don't.
What do you wear?
You just rock up.
Exercise gear.
Whatever you're comfortable in. Actually,
Yeah. Of course. That sounds good.
As long as you're comfortable. With the Cummings one.
Yeah.
In Mitchell, it's like you get a shirt so you don't feel out of place.
Okay.
But most places you just rock up.
Yeah. But yeah, what do you do in terms of mental stage? Like, can you give me an example? I'm generally curious.
Genuinely curious.
Yeah.
Like for mental.
Yeah, for mental.
For mental, it's just that discipline
Yeah.
of turning up each week, training every day.
Yeah.
It's sort of like I wake up, I want to accomplish something today.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be huge. As long as I'm making a step forward, like doesn't matter what I do, just one step forward, I'm on the right track. So.
Yeah. Awesome.
And mental, making sure, like as a mentor sort of thing.
Yeah.
I like mentor, like as in to help kids and young people younger than me or whatever, is that I'm doing the best I can be so that I can influence them in a positive way.
Yeah.
So like turning up to training, making sure I'm trying to do the best I can.
Yeah.
No one's perfect, but you just try to push yourself.
Yeah, of course.
Mental, that's a good question, eh? It's also that focus. So when you're doing the same movements or, that mental focus, that intent. So if you're actually picturing a target trying to hit you.
Yeah.
And then you block, and then that brings that next level stuff.
Yeah.
Because when you're first starting to learn, it's like, where's my left hand? Where's my right hand?
So it's all disjointed
so
movements.
you learn technique first.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the physical part.
Yeah.
But once you've mastered that, then you can reach the next level, which is the mental focus, intent, breathing, that discipline.
And do you think that is that why you said earlier that the sparring is so useful, because it goes right directly to that mental intent?
Sparring is it puts you in. It's not a real life fight situation, but it's close.
As close
it's
to
controlled, safe
way.
And if you got the right people and the right equipment, right space, it's great.
It's like a pressure test.
It's a pressure test.
Yeah.
And you get the pressure test. I was with Sean the other day.
Yeah.
And we put the shin guards on, we put the gloves on, and we just had to go at each other.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Yeah, it was fun because different styles as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So he wasn't quite 100% what I could do.
Yeah.
I wasn't 100% sure what he could do.
So basically, you whooped him.
Yeah, that's. I whooped him. He had a bruise on his arm.
Oh, no.
It was like, let's condition each other, so we just like whack each other on the arms like that.
Yeah.
Just like bang, bang, bang. Yeah. And he got a massive bloody bruise.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Because like secret is you put in a little bit of breath and
And could you describe kata? So you said it's forms.
Forms, yeah.
Like,
so in Korean we call it hyong.
yeah.
In Japanese they call it kata.
Yeah.
Have you seen Avatar: Last Airbender?
Yeah. Yeah.
And where I think Katara, she finds that scroll.
Yeah.
And that scroll is basically a kata.
Oh, okay.
On that scroll.
Yeah. I always thought it was like a waterbending technique.
Yeah, it's a bunch of techniques but together in a movement. So essentially, they were on scrolls and you learn that pattern of movement, and what that allows you to do is you get a bunch of new techniques.
Yeah, okay.
And a bunch of new ways of putting it together.
Yeah.
It's done rigidly, but you can break it down.
Yeah, okay.
So it's like, you will never fight someone according to that pattern.
Yeah.
But if you get
you get destroyed.
If you take like one or two techniques at a time and apply it, it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's really cool.
And it's another reason, like, instead of doing, say, a punch and a block 50 million times, you put it in a pattern, like a dance movement.
Yeah.
It's more enjoyable.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And that being said, do you think, like, obviously you said repetition is key. You need to go away, practice it and stuff. Otherwise you won't really get the most out of it. That's
yeah. And it's funny because, like, the kata or hyong is so sophisticated and so simple. Yeah. And like, some I've been working on for 10 years now. Right. 10 years for the same.
Yeah, wow.
Right? And obviously each time you do it, it's a bit different.
And do you still find that you have
I'm still learning each time I'm doing it.
That's awesome. That's like, really good.
And if you look if you look more deeply into it, there's always something you can improve.
Yeah, okay.
And there's stuff you find out, like, oh crap, I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
And then you start thinking about application. And my training at this stage is application.
So what's an example of, like, application of a kata?
Because in the kata, the techniques are done in an art style. Yeah. So I'll do application videos, but like for a basic example, like you pull back, contract, and then do that. Yeah. But application, you can just do that. Yeah. Okay. Slam down and block. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Rather than to the position in the kata. Yeah. Okay. Also for kata, like, the history was like different clans. Yeah. In Japan, and so if we had a spy watching us train, we'd train in a pattern and secretive way so that they don't actually know our full technique. Oh, nice. That's really good. Yeah. I like that little, historical. Because you'd have cool. Spies come in and seeing how we train. Yeah. And then, but we'd be actually moving like that and this or like that. But in reality, we're doing these movements in our brain. Awesome. So that's really actually cool. Kind of copy us. Yeah. Yeah. And actually I always know what we're actually capable of. I always find the historical element of the martial arts so fascinating. Yeah. Because, like, nowadays it's all commercial, right? Yeah, it's all commercial. Yeah. And the seniority in the class. Yeah. Senior at the corner. Yeah. In the safest spot, because if a threat comes, they'd kill your white belt first. Like your most. Really? Yeah. Like, even in modern classes? Not modern classes, like traditional. Yeah, okay. We line up in seniority, right? Yeah. But the traditional way is that in case a bunch of people came to challenge us, right, to fuck us up. Like Cobra Kai level bullshit. Yeah. No, like, legit in the 80s, I asked my mate, they just go around, even in Canberra, just fucking up other people's dojos. Man, martial arts used to be, like, insanely popular. Yeah, So, like, they would fuck up your white belts, then your whatever, then at the end they'll reach your master. Our master's already out the door. But that's, if they want to fight, they fight, but because they're so valuable, if you lose your master, you're done. Right? I love that. It's like these white belts are getting fucked. Your master's like, see ya. Your master's like, adios. And then at the end, you got your senior done, or like your black belt members that can put up a fight. Yeah, right. Oh, that's interesting. It's pretty cool, eh? But if you got good, capable people up here, they can just sort it out. Yeah, so protect the white belts then. Yeah. Yeah, right. That's interesting. And you said, with spiritual stuff, it's a lot of breathing energy. The soul, right? Is kata particularly useful for that spiritual level or something? Well, the spiritual level comes in when you've mastered the physical and mental. Yeah. Because it's a bit weird to talk about spiritual shit in martial arts sense, right? Yeah, okay. Because you have to focus on technique, so the physical.
Yeah.
But once you've mastered the physical, once you've mastered the mental, you actually have that time to pursue the spiritual stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And from our like Eastern backgrounds, it's more prevalent.
Yeah.
In terms of that meditation, yoga, and all that. Yeah.
Well, even like Eastern philosophies.
Yeah.
It's all about spiritualness, and Western's like capitalism.
There is no. Well, that's the new Western, but
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So spiritual, like I'm nowhere near where I want to be. So I want to progressively learn breathing techniques.
Yeah.
Meditation techniques. There are some I know.
Yeah.
But there's just so much depth to it.
That's still really fascinating to me. That you've been doing it for like 12 years.
Yeah.
Third Dan black belt.
Yeah.
And you're still like I can see you're excited about learning new stuff. That seems really cool.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. If you had your own martial arts dojo, is that what you try? Would you try to teach like a mix or like a balance?
That's a great
of
question.
It all, or would
That's
you do like
question.
just what you're like third dan in now?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably actually don't know that answer, but I feel in my current style it's a bit limiting.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a bit constricting.
Why is that?
It's there's like.
So I'm like grilling you right now.
Yeah, it's like A, B, and C, D. This is how you should move.
Yeah. Okay.
But then everyone's body's a bit different.
Yeah.
Everyone moves a bit differently. People got different injuries and stuff.
Yeah.
You got metal in your knee and stuff. And there's a strict curriculum. The art is awesome, right?
Yeah.
It's all there.
Yeah. Of course.
So of course I could teach that.
Yeah.
But if you find like the great instructors, they all have diversified themselves. Not being one-dimensional.
Yeah, of course.
So that's where I'm at in my training. In that.
Yeah. You're doing the Japanese karate.
The Okinawan karate. Yeah.
Is that the one with the weapons or?
So that's weapons separate.
Yeah.
They have weapons there, and then I do weapons, Japanese weapons elsewhere with the sword.
That's awesome.
And then the stick as well. So the shorter stick.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's for defending against a sword.
The shorter stick.
The shorter stick. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because there's a story where the short stick beats the sword.
Yeah. Nice.
It's more nimble.
Yeah.
Stick you can catch down and then boom.
That's cool. Yeah. Just hearing about the application from obviously because you're very experienced. It's really fascinating.
Yeah, it's cool. Like I'll show you one. Like with the stick, you just hold it like that.
Yeah.
It catches it. The sword comes in for a strike.
Yeah.
Catch to the ground.
Yeah.
Face. Boom.
Done. Yeah. Awesome.
And that's the thing about sparring. Another thing I don't like about sparring, the point sparring, is that
like the tournament sparring. Yeah.
The first thing they put on gloves.
Right. Okay.
So like once you close your fist, like my instructor says, you lose the energy.
Yeah.
Because when your hands are open, all that's flowing. Energy's flowing. Okay. Once you close your fist, it shuts it.
Right.
You can hear my talking different as well. Like when I felt it when I closed my fist.
Yeah.
My breathing changed.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
So fighting open hand has a lot of benefits, and we have a lot of open hand techniques. So once I put on gloves,
it eliminates the possibilities.
I'm just a boxer now, right?
Yeah.
No offense to any boxers.
Yeah. Do you find the open hand technique
it's stronger?
Is it stronger? Why is that? That's what I was going to ask. Like, why is it stronger? Because traditionally, like if you're like a school fight, if you go and open hand slap someone, like they're gonna call you a bitch for the rest of your time at school.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then now you're like, open hand is far stronger. Like, why is it stronger?
Why is it stronger?
Yeah.
It's stronger because of that. The energy's flowing. Your breath. And when you just slightly, I'll show you. Let me just
get one of the bags out or something.
Yeah. I don't want to do too much.
Yeah.
This is just for your. Yeah. Put that on your head.
Oh jeez.
Because I can't explain, but you actually gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, punch is like. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Now I'm just do some open palms.
It definitely feels a lot more forceful. Yeah. Okay, I see now. Yeah.
Understand now?
Yeah, for sure.
That's the cool thing about the palm is like, if I miss,
I
grab onto something. I grab onto you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Whereas if I punch and I miss,
I'm
exposing myself.
That's really good. A lot of the techniques you showed me before were like, you grab to redirect the energy. That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
So I can boom and then, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Punching, it's great, but it hurts your knuckles. It's not longevity.
Yeah, okay.
You usually end up breaking some knuckle.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
That's because if anyone punches anything or get mad or punch something, they hurt themselves. Right?
Yeah, of course. I did that when I injured my knee.
Yeah.
I was so pissed off. I hit a pole next to me. I broke 2 knuckles.
Yeah, you break
this. And then I had a broken knee and broken knuckles.
Yeah.
The worst thing in the world. Try to use crutches when your hands in a cast as well.
Yeah, you're like, why the fuck did I do
that? Yeah, generally. The next day I was like, you're a fucking idiot.
Spine, whatever. It's just...
Don't hit me with my spine, Jeff.
No, I'm just saying, this is like... We never hit each other on the spine. But just like the if you were to, you know, do something, you'd actually know how to do it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. No, that's really cool.
And you wouldn't ever use it.
Yeah.
You know? But it's just for your own journey sort of thing, your own self-development.
Yeah. No, that's really good.
Can't harm. It doesn't harm.
Yeah. I do like how the mental and spiritual stuff comes after the physical. Because it shows
it's the nature as well.
Yeah.
So with a kid, right?
Yeah.
It's all physical.
Yeah.
You can't teach them any mental.
Yeah, exactly.
Spiritual stuff.
Yeah.
It's all physical, and until they reach that mature age, you can teach them mental.
And that's why I can see.
And then a lot of people in their later life pursue spiritual stuff because they're like, "What's the name of it?"
That's why I can see like people like you sticking with it for what 12, upwards of 12.
There's not much.
Yeah.
The gym, my mate called me and like, how many martial art people from when you started still do the same?
Not many.
Style? No, I can't think of any.
People just get bored of it, or
just
not disciplined enough, or
that's why I like this one.
Yeah.
Because the art, the philosophy is there.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have that depth of that mental starting point and why you're actually doing something, you don't stick on it, right? If your reason's there so you can beat up a bully or to beat up someone or to dominate someone or, you know, use it as your own selfish gain, you're not going to do it for long, right? And you're doing it for the wrong reasons. That's the dangerous thing about meditation, is that if you're in the wrong mindset even, it's damaging to your body. Yeah. But if you come with a sincere, humble, empty mind, willing to learn, and then you get the benefits out of it.
Awesome. Yeah. What's the sort of resounding philosophy behind the Korean karate?
I would say like traditional philosophies, like respecting the elders. Yeah, awesome. Just general humbleness, courage, respect. You know, respect is pretty hard to find. You know. You know. Yeah, unfortunately. Acknowledging, you know, people that have come before you. Yeah. Okay. And because they've built the house for you, they've laid down the irrigation, they've done everything so you can do A, B, and C, and D. Yeah. And by acknowledging that, you become more sensitive and appreciative of that history and tradition. So that when you
see why people with Eastern backgrounds, we're brought up to very much live by that. Yeah, exactly. For sure. So that's the part where, you know, it kicks in. Yeah, of course. And then parents would like to send their kids to get some of that. Yeah. It is hard. It's a different extent. You know, if you push someone too hard, they'll just leave. Yeah. Exactly. You don't push them enough, then they muck around, they get hurt, they hurt others, then you don't want that either. Yeah, exactly. So it's hard to find, you've got to find that balance. And the places you've trained, do you find that they have that balance of pushing you to do better? Got me a good... So the main parts where I've like accelerated my learning is through national and international events. Yeah, okay. Like that fast-tracked accelerated my learning by years. Yeah, right. And that's because of other people. Yeah. You get people with like X amount of years of knowledge. Yeah. And just showing you a couple of things. It's like they've saved you like years and years of stuff. Because they've learnt it themselves. You don't have to learn it from scratch. You're getting taught. You're getting taught. Yeah, that's There's awesome. 70, 50, 40 years of knowledge. Yeah. And you're all working together like in a nice environment, pushing each other. Sense of community and everything. Yeah. Because I know a lot of, like me included, would join it not just for, you know, the self-improvement. It's also social connection of of like-minded people for sincere reasons, as you said.
And like connections, international connections.
Yeah, man.
Friends in the US, friends in Europe and Asia or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
You give them a message and they'll be happy to, you know, chat, or if you travel there, you can hang out.
And that's pretty cool as well, knowing like, you know, you.
That's the thing. That's another thing. The French and Spanish instructors, like, when you travel, right, you expand your horizon.
Yeah.
So they were like, we're an international community, right?
Yeah.
If you need something from here, give us a call, we help you.
Yeah.
And you need something from like, here, we help you. Like,
yeah.
And I was like,
it's so cool that, you know, you're learning something in Canberra here. Someone in, like you said, Spain or France is learning the same thing.
The same thing.
Like the different instructions and stuff, like those sorts of different human errors. But like fundamentally, you're learning the same thing.
The cool thing is, like, when we do our techniques, it's the same.
Yeah.
So
that's cool, right?
That speaks a lot of words. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
That's English, and even people like the Korean ladies who didn't know English, we could still communicate based on our, you know, body language, emotions, and Google Translate. But yeah, it definitely brings people together, and that was one of their missions. It was like world peace.
Yeah. Okay.
In a sense, but obviously it's, you know, people are fucked, so it's hard to do that. But it definitely does bring people together.
It's pretty cool, and also sort of ironic that a martial art is what's bringing people together.
Well, if you think, but
so
definitely
like stalemate. Yeah.
Do you think you'll start?
I think so. I definitely think so.
What have you enjoyed about me showing you stuff tonight?
From the
because you got your conceptions and then you've seen.
Well, from the purely, well, first of all, I like that you stuck with it for so long. Like, 12 years is not a short time. It's literally half our life now.
Yeah.
For someone to stick with it for half their life.
It's more than half an hour for me,
Yeah. Oh, no. There has to be some value behind it for people to do that.
I hope so.
Unless you're a bloody idiot. Then, you know, you wasted half your life.
Could be.
But then, from a purely physical standpoint, it was fluidity of movement, like you talked about the 6 harmonies, that sort of, that mastery of your entire body and having that interconnectedness between, you know, hands, feet, knees,
everything,
elbows, shoulders, hips, that stuff. Like, that's just really appealing. Like I said before, we spend so much time honing our minds, like uni, academics, jobs, and then like we go on the couch and eat like ice cream all day. Yeah. And like just shit our bodies.
Well, you forget that shit anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what do you learn? Like, once you've learned something for the semester, what the fuck do you remember?
I can't remember what courses I did last semester, mate.
Yeah, legit.
I couldn't tell you.
It's so funny, hey, it's so ironic.
Yeah. And just, the mental side of it as well. The having to commit, and basically, like you said, the lessons are learning the techniques, but you're going to get as much out of it as you put in. Like the correlation between effort of me going away, doing it myself, and then progressing, that's something like immensely satisfying, right? Because like I think we're similar in that, like, if someone gives me stuff for free, like you can only get free shit to a point, and then it's just like you don't see the point in anything anymore. But it just sounds really good.
It sounds really good.
It sounds good.
I think I've sold you that.
I think you sold me.
No, 12 years, like Monday, that's each really definitely give me like different characteristics, different intent.
And also, part of the reason you sold me on it was talking now. You just seem really passionate about it.
My passion,
Okay. Exactly. Like, that's generally it. Like, you're smiling every time you're describing stuff. I can see. I can see you're genuinely excited about it. I'm like, you spend 12 years on the same shit. You're still excited about it. It must be something special. Right?
Should be something special there.
Yeah.
But that 12 years, right?
And either that, or you got hit in the head so many times over the last 12 years, you just toast it.
Nah, I've not been hit in the head enough. But like over 12 years, you start for a reason. Yeah. You continue for a reason, and you stay for another reason.
Yeah, of course.
You might.
And that's the personal growth and development.
You might quit for 5 different reasons. Yeah. And then you tell yourself why I should stay for 20 reasons. Yeah. Right? And then you might quit, and then you're like, it's a constant battle with yourself. Yeah. And that self-reflection is another great thing about it, because you're obviously constantly reflecting on yourself and your progress.
Yeah. That sounds awesome, man. I really like that.
That's a self-reflection over and over again.